Okay. Uh, Next video of the series. So last video we discussed database services until this point, and we discussed how the database services replicate and they applied into availability zones and regions, and also we discussed about how they applied into local zones as well, right? Okay, so we're going to discuss networking and content delivery. This one, the first one is VPC, Virtual Private Cloud, right? So Virtual Private Cloud is deployment model is regional, right? This is like a VNet in Azure, right? See that if I go into VPC dashboard, right? I've got a lot of different things, right? So this VPC, right? So if I have a look into VPCs, right? You can have a look only this region. So this is the default one. I got normally when you're creating a one, you got a default. My default region is North Virginia. I got a one, right? So this is the only one that's available. So so that got each region. If you have any of VPCs, it's a regional resource. So you can see it's right. If you got a subnets, let's have a look because see that. So I only a lot of them are not opt-in because this one is a sandbox. So I don't think I got a lot of them. So this one subnets and see that route tables, internet gateways, DP internet gateways, egress only internet gateways, endpoints, right? Endpoint services. If you go here, net gateways, let's have a look. So see that net gateways. I don't have a net gateways. Peering connections. VPC peering is similar to VNet peering in Azure. And see that network ACLs, uh, access control lists, security groups, right? And virtual private gateways, right? All that service VPC is a regional service, right? So VPC deployment model is region, right? Right. And then you got a subnet availability zone is specific, so you can select subnets in a which availability zone. So you can put subnets in a availability zone, right? NAT gateway is availability zone specific. Must deploy one per availability zone for high availability. So NAT gateway is like it's in Azure is a bit of a different from sorry, not Azure, it's AWS. It's a bit of different from Azure subnets because Azure subnets you can select public IP address and what are the resources. But in here, when you're creating a subnet in AWS, there are two subnet types. One is internet. You can go to internet with that particular subnet. The other one is a separate subnet for private only. So private subnets, you just need to apply the NAT gateway, but NAT gateway will be applied into internet subnet. So if you want a high availability, if that internet subnet goes down, you won't be able to go from that internet subnet. So if you want high availability, you just need to deploy uh, NAT gateway in every availability zone. Let's say you put two private VPCs, private subnets in the two different availability zones. So you can't create a one NAT gateway and connect into that too. So per availability zone, you have to create a net gateway. So that means you need two net gateways for high availability, right? And so that one is subnets are availability zone is specific. Net gateway also is availability zone is specific. So the next one is cloud front, and that's a fast service availability. The deployment model is a global edge locations, right? Uh, use 216 plus edge locations, not tied to regions or availability zones. So this is one of the service is a global. So CloudFront is a edge location, so global. And Route 53 is um, AWS DNS service. Uh, that one deployment model is also global. So DNS service operate worldwide, not region or availability zone specific, right? And that's Route 53, right? So see, this is you can see all these VPC related things, right? VPCs, subnets, route tables, internet gateways, net gateways. See, net gateways. Create a net gateway. Let's have a look. So you you can select here a subnet. So this is the only one available for me in my sandbox. But if you got more, you can put into a different subnets in here, right? Um, so this one is a regional service. Let's say Route 53, Route 53. So this one is a global service. Let's have a look. See that when it's coming under this one come up with a global. So North Virginia is gone and it says global. If I go started, it stays with a global, right? A lot of things it can be done more than Azure, right? You can register a domain, transfer a domain, create a hosted zones. So this one is a really a lot more options than Azure DNS. So Azure DNS, you can't create registered domain or sort of things like it. This is really you got sort of more features in here, right? Okay, so that is Route 53 deployment model. It's a global DNS services operates worldwide, not a region. So this is what you want to remember. Uh, uh, let's do this part as well quickly. So that one is a security and identity, right? IAM. Let's have a quick look. IAM, right? Identity and access management. Let's have a quick look. Right? See that? I don't have options in here. In my sandbox, it gives me a sort of yeah, it doesn't matter. Let's come up with a global. See that? Global. So opening user groups. I think I still create users sort of things. Maybe I can create. Not sure. Right. It's coming up the access denied. Let's see. Create user. Yeah, possibly. I didn't know. This is a sandbox environment, so I didn't know. Or might be some sort of things can be disabled. Doesn't matter. So this one is a global, as you say, IAM, identity and access management deployment model global. No concept of regions. Easy applies to all AWS services in your account, right? Um, KMS. KMS deployment model is regional. KMS, 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 Key Management Service. We get to have a look at these things bit later to see that regions coming up. So it's a regional service, key management service you need to remember. So the key regional keys are region specific, must replicate manually. So your keys, whatever you got a service in your region, you can use with the region. But if you have another service in a different region, your key, you won't be able to use that key in that different region, right? Okay, so we'll quickly discuss high availability and disaster recovery considerations, right? Okay, so these services we already discussed. So I'm going to quick catch up with these services, right? So this table shows that the service and high availability within a region, cross-region replication, right? Let's have a look. So EC2, computer instances, auto scaling in multi-availability zone, high availability within a region. So it's auto scaling feature. You can use the replicating into multi-availability zone, right? Cross-region replication, so manual. You have to do in a manual, right? In my copy, we'll discuss this ones later, right? And RDS, okay, relational database systems, as we discussed, multi availability zone option. You can apply it into multi availability zone, right? And you can do read replicas cross region and manual snapshot copy also. So backup, right? Okay. So if you go to S3 buckets. So multi-availability zone by default is a regional. So bucket created in a region will be replicated into multi-availability zone by default, and that will be replicated into cross-region replication into another region, right? Okay, so DynamoDB multi-availability zone by default. So DynamoDB will be applied in a region, but multi, and then only global tables will be cross-replication, right? And lambda is regional. Only the difference is it's auto-distributed among availability zones. So you can't select availability zone if you want to be replicated into a region. So you have to manually deployment. EBS, elastic block storage, right? That one single availability zone is snapshots. You can use the snapshots for back manual snapshot to copy to another region if you want, right? But only thing is when you're restoring, you can restore into uh, another availability zone in the region, right? Uh, Key takeaways, right? Availability zone bound services need manual high availability. So EC2, right? Uh, EBS, RDS deployed in a single availability zone just need to be deployed in manually for the high availability. So I think this is for today's video. Let's discuss next services in the next video. Until then, thank you very much.